Good day. This is Resolution Law Firm, and I'm here with our managing partner, Mr. Olusola Johnson Jegede. Okay, so we'll be talking about trademark registration in Nigeria today. So please, sir, can you please tell us about trademark registration in Nigeria and its significance for businesses?
Well, trademark is very important aspect of commercial law. Is very important for business. Every new business is expected to have a trademark, especially businesses that want to go to public. So just to protect their brands in the marketplace, their products. Trademark doesn't actually protect only particular products. It also protects the company image too, because some companies want to consistently featuring their logo, their brand on all their items or all their letterheading or all their broadcasts. These companies, they are supposed to have trademark. So the trademark is very significant for any business launching into a marketplace.
Wow, thank you very much for that, sir. That was enlightening. Okay, so please, sir, could you also explain to us the process of registering a trademark in Nigeria?
So trademark can be registered with the commercial law department of under the Ministry of the Trade and Investment. That is what we specifically call the Trademark Patents and Designs Registry. They have a single office in Abuja, and they have many agents across the country. Resolution Law Firm, we are one of the agents that we assist in finding trademark. So to file a trademark, we advise that the applicant or an interested person contact an agent. Although it is not only lawyers that are agents, but we always advise more that people should use lawyers, because unlike a business registration, trademark has some important aspects and some issues that will arise, which might require a form of contentious matter or legal matters or judicial matters per se. For instance, if you try to register a trademark and there's somebody is challenging it, it could lead to an administrative or judicial process. It could, so it's always better to use legal practitioners who are registered agents to register a trademark. So to register a trademark, you simply approach the agents, such as the lawyers, will furnish your requirements for such registration. And with that, they can assist you in first conducting a search before they move to the next stage, which is the proper finding of the trademark, if the search application is successful.
Okay. So now that we know the process of registering a trademark, so please, sir, can you tell us how quickly can a trademark be filed, and what is the general timeline for approval?
Okay, so trademark, like I said earlier, the first process is to conduct the search. Some people do file from the portal of the Trademarks, Patent and Design Registry. Without the search, this is very risky, because somebody else could have chosen that trademark. And there are some guidelines that follow the finding of trademarks, that follow trademarking. Some words cannot be trademarked. So it's also important for you to have conducted the search, most importantly, and to have shown that trademark to a practitioner that handle trademarks, who can advise you that this can go, this may not go. So if the search has been conducted, the trademark can be filed. And once it is filed, it is expected that within 1 month, you should be able to get what we call registration acceptance. The registration acceptance simply shows that the trademark has been accepted by the registry for registration. That is, obviously there is no any trademark in conflict with such trademark in that particular class. Don't forget, there are about 45 classes of trademark. Trademark are filed on each of those classes. And once the search has been conducted in that class and there's no conflict in that class, then it can be filed. Within 30 days, it's expected that you can get the first form of approval, which is a registration acceptance. After the acceptance, the next thing that follows is publication. Acceptance doesn't mean that the registration has been completed, but then it's a very key document. If you are registering products with like a office like a NAFDAC, they rely mainly on acceptance. They can take the acceptance from you. It's an evidence to show that you have actually filed that trademark. So acceptance is an important document, but it does not complete the registration. So after the acceptance, the next stage is publication in the journal. The publication in journal is determined by the registry, which is the Trademark Patents and Design Registry. So you cannot really give a timeline for that. But by and large, it's expected that within 6 to 12 months, a trademark ought to have been published in a journal. And once it is out in a journal, within 2 months after the publication in the journal, then the applicant, through his agent, can apply for the registration certificate, provided there's no any form of challenge to the filing. Because the trademark is published, so the member of public can know the trademark the government is about to register. It can be challenged for many reasons. Somebody might challenge it because maybe they have similar trademark in another class or in the same class, believing this one might infringe on their own rights. Or maybe the such trademark is not registrable. There are some trademarks by law that they are not registrable. Any trademark that deal with the name of a territory, you can't register a trademark carrying a name of Osun State or Lagos State. So there are some trademark or any kind of trademark that is kind of immoral, might not be registered at all, whereby those words, the word you choose to trademark is deemed to be generally immoral. So once the trademark has been published in the journal, any person, either an interested person or just a third party, can challenge the trademark. It's not the only person that is complaining of infringement that may challenge the trademark. Any person can do so if they think that particular trademark is immoral and the government ought not to register it.
Thank you very much, sir. Okay, so talking about trademark filing in Nigeria, are foreigners or foreign companies allowed to file trademark in Nigeria? Is it allowed?
Yes, foreigners can file a trademark in Nigeria. A foreign company or foreign individual can file a trademark in Nigeria. We keep on getting questions oftentimes, maybe such a foreign company need to register in Nigeria first to register before they can register a trademark. The corporate law that deal with that a company needs to register in Nigeria before they can carry on business does not affect a trademark. If a company is coming to Nigeria to participate fully in business, they must register a company in Nigeria first, maybe a subsidiary company. But if a foreign company is coming to Nigeria, if they just want to register, protect their trademark in Nigeria, they do not need to register any business venture in Nigeria. They can register the trademark just the way Nigeria citizen will register such a trademark. But the trademark registry, they have a number, their numbering will indicate that this trademark is owned by foreigners. So foreigners, just like Nigerians are allowed and are eligible to file trademarks in Nigeria.
Okay. I would also need to know something, sir. What are the key requirements needed for filing a trademark?
Okay, I think I've mentioned a few of them. If you want to file a trademark, the first thing you are going to need is the trademark itself. A trademark can be a word, it can be a symbol, it can be a logo, any form of object or word that can identify a particular brand. Some of the famous trademarks in the world, we all know Samsung, Apple, they are all trademarks. So when you want to file a trademark, you need those trademark itself, either the logo or the word, you need those trademark first. You need the name of the applicant that want to file the trademark. The contact of the applicant will be needed. The contact details such as phone number, email address will be needed. The address of the applicant will also be needed. Then the applicant using an agent, which is recommended, will be expected to sign a power of attorney in favor of the agent that they want to appoint to register or handle the trademark for them. Those are just basic requirements for the trademark registration.
Okay. Lastly, does a trademark expire? And if so, how long does it last before requiring renewal?
Okay, a trademark, once it has been registered, once registration has been completed, it lasts for 7 years. It lasts for 7 years from the day of filing. So it will be valid for 7 years. After the 7 years, the owner can apply to renew it. And what do you need to renew your trademark? You need a registration certificate. So if you are filing a trademark or you've engaged someone to file a trademark, it's important to make sure that you get the certificate. You don't stop at the level of acceptance. Because when you want to renew the trademark in future, you are going to require the copy of that certificate to renew that trademark. So what you are going to need is certificate to renew it, and of course the payment of fees. Once the trademark is renewed, it lasts for 14 years, and subsequently you renew every 14 years after the first renewal. The first renewal is 7 years, subsequently 14 years.
Thank you very much, sir. This is so insightful. Thank you for joining us.